It truly is Britain's favourite fluid.
So, this week's Great British Question is...
Where is Britain's best cup of tea?
What could be more marvellous than a promenade along a British beach, followed by a lovely cup of warm tea?
Maybe exactly the same thing, but not with the tea, like with a 7-Up.
Have you lost your mind? I simply don't understand what you're saying.
I don't like tea.
Well, by the end of this video, Oliver, I think you will like tea.
Our journey begins at London's most venerable tea shop.
I'm here at Twinings with Stephen Twining. How long has your family been producing Britain's premium tea for?
Thomas Twining started the business 304 years ago in 1706 and then opened the shop shortly afterwards.
Why do you think it is that Britain's love of tea has continued unabated for 3 centuries or more?
There's absolutely a taste for everybody. If you're hot, it'll cool you down. If you're cold, it'll warm you up. If you're a little bit overexcited, it'll calm you down. And if you're a little bit down in the dumps, it'll cheer you up.
Well, Stephen, you say there's a tea for everyone. In order to find Olly's perfect cup of tea that will persuade him in the favour of tea, what can we do?
I think we made him do a tea tasting. Well, would you like to join it as well?
No!
I hate you.
Oh well, let's go on a field trip to see tea in its natural habitat, a picture-perfect English village.
We're here in Braunston, Rutland's tidiest large village.
It may be tidy, but is it tea? We're off to the village hall to meet the tea-guzzling locals. If you had to choose between tea or beer, which would you choose forever?
Tea.
Tea. Tea or bread?
Tea.
Tea or lunch?
Tea.
How could Olly possibly resist the lure of a lovely cup of tea with a lovely bit of cake? If the liquid alone is not enough to convince Olly of the merits of tea, perhaps some of the associated paraphernalia will sway him. We've come to Stoke-on-Trent, heartland of Britain's ceramic industry, to visit the factory of Emma Bridgewater, who manufactures some of Britain's favourite teapots. Oh, this is basically like Disneyland for me in here.
Whereas I feel like I've just sprouted some ovaries.
This is the room where teapots are born.
I'm just really conscious that everywhere we go I might knock over a teapot at any second.
This is not a natural habitat for clumsy people. We're now about to see how the tops of the teapots are painted, a process known in the trade as knobbing.
As what?
You heard me.
That is actually genuinely amazing.
1 second blank, next second colourful.
Why haven't they worked out a way to
Outstanding.
apply makeup that way?
Well, because it's very hard to apply makeup when you're spinning around at speed.
I love knobbing, but looking at teapots, even pretty ones, won't change my mind.
You need a man's perspective. Meet Matthew Rice, aka Mr. Emma Bridgewater.
Might I be converted to tea by just going to the right place to drink it?
No, I think it'll be done almost entirely with sex. Marrying Emma, she said if I didn't drink tea, particularly in the morning when you wake up, it was uncompanionable. And uncompanionable is very bad in a marriage. You've got to be companionable.
But I can't marry Emma Bridgewater, you've already done
No,
that.
but there are other women who are tea drinkers.
Okay.
Most of them, in fact.
I'm never going to achieve full happiness unless I start drinking tea.
I brought Olly to the Tregothnan estate in Cornwall, which has Britain's only tea plantation, because I thought maybe if he sees the tea growing and where it comes from, he'll finally start to like tea.
Oh, Britain's only tea plantation.
I met head gardener Neil to find out how tea came to be at Tregothnan.
The owner here, the Honourable Evelyn Boscawen, is related to Earl Grey. So we've got that history, that link there.
How long does it take from this tea growing for 6 years on a bush to it steaming in a teapot?
About 36 hours. So I could pluck these bushes now, and then 36 hours later you could be drinking it. It's as high a quality as any tea that's been sold in the world now.
I've been travelling around the country with Olly, trying to get him to like tea. Do you think a cup of Tregotnan tea might finally sway him?
Absolutely.
That is a cracking homegrown cup of tea. We've come to the town of Grasmere in the Lake District, home of the world-famous Grasmere gingerbread, because I figured if Olly doesn't like tea, maybe he'll like something to dunk into that tea to take the taste away. What do you reckon, Olly? Olly?
Sorry, I really wasn't listening. I was looking at the view. I'm here with Joanne, whose family have been running Mrs. Nelson's gingerbread for 80 years. What's so special about this gingerbread?
It's crispy, chewy, cross between a biscuit and a cake.
You're going to love it.
It's really... It's kind of like a fluid taste in the middle.
Yeah, it's very crummy and then you get that kick of ginger in it.
So what's in it?
I can't tell you that, secret recipe.
Secret recipe?
Yeah, there's ginger in it.
You can't tell me what else is in it?
Nope.
50 quid?
No, more than that.
150 quid?
More than that.
I haven't got more than 150 quid. It's more than my job's worth. I think Helen would actually genuinely like this gingerbread. Helen? Where's Helen?
I've snuck into the back room of Sarah Nelson Gingerbread and disguised myself as a native. I think I've now worked out what that secret ingredient is. It's pilchards.
So, has gingerbread made me like tea? Has it? Has it made me like tea?
It pains me to admit it, but I am almost clean out of ideas for convincing you to like tea.
Told you.
However, I have brought you to Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, and we are going to try something very special.
Surely they don't deep fry it.
Not at one of Britain's poshest hotels, Oliver. I'm taking you for an A-grade afternoon tea.
Actually, that's okay.
Olly, I'm so happy that I've finally reconciled you to the nation's favourite drink.
And I'm happy because I've just had 2 glasses of champagne with tea.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. However, you can get great cups of tea all over Britain. So the answer to the Great British Question this week is the best cup of tea is wherever you are.
Cop out! I specifically like the one here, Helen. I like the one at the Balmoral in Edinburgh, that's it.
Well, I'm less picky. I'm off to have another cup of tea now. Don't care where. Bye.
Next week on Great British Questions.
Which of these will we crown Britain's best bathroom?